Good evening and welcome to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Madison Blumenauer.
And I'm Phoebe Murray. Northern California finally got some good news Sunday. The nation's deadliest wildfire in a century that ravaged the countryside, killing dozens and wiping out thousands of homes, is now 100% contained. The wildfire ignited in a rural area November 8th before consuming the town of Paradise and roaring through nearby communities. The current death toll is 85, while 249 people are still listed missing, and nearly 19,000 buildings, most of them homes, have been destroyed. Fire crews battling the blaze got help from 7 inches of rain that fell over the burn area for 3 days last week without causing major mudslides. The California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection found the total area of land affected to be almost 155,000 acres.
Tensions at the U.S.-Mexico border are growing after migrants rushed the Tijuana border on Sunday. Border Patrol responded by releasing tear gas on the group that was filled with women and young children. U.S. Customs and Border Protection said the migrants were throwing projectiles at the officers, so they fired the tear gas to protect their agents. After the incident, the border was closed for hours and reopened later that night.
Cyber Monday 2018 is here, and you still have a few hours before midnight to get that early holiday shopping in if you missed out on Black Friday deals. Today is expected to be the largest online shopping day in history, generating a whopping $7.8 billion in sales, a more than 17% increase from the previous year. Forbes Sales Review puts stores like Target, Amazon, and Walmart at the top of their list for the best deals and sale items across the board. Best Buy is mostly repeating Black Friday deals without further discounts, driving customers to places like Target, which is offering an additional 15% to all orders today.
While Cyber Monday is ending today, it's starting to look a lot like Christmas at the South Carolina State House. The state Christmas tree, which arrived last week, was lit earlier this evening during the annual Governor's Carol lighting on State House grounds near the North Steps. The 35-foot con-color fir is from a Christmas tree farm in Swanton, Maryland. I don't know about you, but personally, I'm very excited for the holidays.
Oh, absolutely. I was actually walking past on the way here, and although the Christmas tree wasn't lit, they had the choir singing the whole 9 yards. So when we come back, we'll hear from Ward Giles with the weather.
He'll bring you the latest with this week's weather. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup.
We're here with Ward Giles with the weather.
Yeah, it was really pretty outside today in Columbia. Blue skies, sunshine, really warm for this time of year too. Nothing like what they were seeing in the Midwest today. Let me tell you about that. That winter storm Bruce was coming through, and so those temperatures really started to drop today across the Midwest. You can see 21 in Minneapolis today, and then 33 in St. Louis and 35 in Chicago. Really cold temperatures for this time of year, especially for a winter storm to be coming through. Nothing like we were seeing in the southeast today. It was 61 in Columbia today, very warm for this time of year. And the southwest, as usual, stayed pretty warm with 75 in Phoenix and 77 in Los Angeles. You can see as you go up further north, those temperatures start to drop, 62 in San Francisco and 57 in Seattle. So now let's take a look at how things were looking across the state today. It's about normal for what we see this time of year for Greenville up there with 55, but look at that, Myrtle Beach, 70 degrees today. And in the Midlands, 59 here in Columbia, 61 down in Orangeburg. But it was really warm on the coast today, which is really something we don't see a lot of this time of year, actually. So now let's take a look at what your week was looking like. So this is how the week is going to be looking for the first few days. Tomorrow, those temperatures are really going to start to drop. 54 is your high for tomorrow, and the real story are those lows. Tomorrow night, 30 degrees. We're going to be under a freeze warning tomorrow. You really need to make sure that you leave those faucets dripping because those pipes will freeze. We could actually see some upper 20s tomorrow, which is something that we normally don't see a lot of here in November. But that dry air mass, it may be cold, but it's dry, and so we won't see any of that rain for the first few days of the week, all the way through Friday, which is going to look really sunny and nice as those temperatures during your weekend are going to start getting back up into the 60s. And then look what happens, though. That rain comes back in for your game day. Evening storms on Saturday night, and it should last through Sunday morning when that rain just keeps going. Lots of rain for this weekend. So it's going to be a nasty weekend, but your week is going to look really lovely, though. That's all I have for you guys for this week. Right after the break, our very own Spencer Buckler will bring you your sports.
What is up, Gamecocks? Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Spencer Buckler. We may have lost to Clemson, but I wouldn't just wear my garnet tie for nothing. Our USC football team played a great game against the #2 ranked team in the nation. Things looked great for the Gamecocks, scoring a touchdown in the first 4 minutes of the game. The Tigers retaliated, scoring twice in the first quarter, bringing the score to 14-7 Tigers. But hey, at least we scored first. The second quarter wasn't bad for the Gamecocks either, going into the half with 21 points, trailing Clemson by only 7. The second half of the game, the Gamecocks stayed in it, scoring twice in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, the Tigers scored 4 times in the second half, bringing the final score to 56 Tigers, 35 Gamecocks. Even though we may not have won back the state, Jake Bentley had career highs with 510 yards thrown, the second most ever allowed by Clemson. Saturday was also the most points Clemson had given up in 28 games. The Gamecocks take on Akron and finish the regular season this upcoming Saturday home at Willie B. That's all I have for you today in sports because, frankly, Gamecock football is my favorite sport. But if you'd like to check out all coverage of professional and Gamecock athletics, check out SGTV's Capital City Sports. For SGTV, I'm Spencer Buckler, Phoebe and Madison. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Spencer. That's all we have for you tonight. Tune in Friday at 9:30 right here for Friday Morning Live.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV, at USC, and at SGTV News 4 to keep up on all things USC. For SGTV News 4, I'm Madison Blumenauer.
And I'm Phoebe Murray. Have a good night, Carolina.
Forever to thee.